Imagine standing at the edge of a golden sunrise in a shimmering city of 2,100. Gardens grow on skyscrapers. The air is crisp and clean, and a group of people run together along a floating sky bridge. Children, adults, and even an elderly man who looks as strong and joyful as the rest. This isn't a dream. This is the world where humans have finally pushed back the limits of aging. A woman turns 150 today. Her hair shines silver, but her skin glows with health. She laughs as she shares a virtual reality birthday cake with her great-grandchildren. Her holographic health scan floats nearby, showing perfect cells, flawless DNA strands. For centuries, we saw aging as a quiet, inevitable thief, taking memories, energy, and time. But by the end of the 21st century, that thief met its match. In vast biolabs bathed in soft blue light, scientists manipulate DNA strands that swirl like living neon ribbons. Gene therapy corrects errors before they turn into disease. Cells are reprogrammed to heal themselves, their telomeres restored as if pressing rewind on the clock of life. A microscopic army of nanobots glides through blood vessels like silver fish in a glowing river. They repair torn tissues, sweep away toxins, and even eliminate rogue cancer cells before they can form. Somewhere, a man receives a stem cell infusion that rejuvenates his heart. His pulse echoes strong and steady, each beat a defiance against the old fear of sudden goodbyes. Doctors no longer wait for disease to appear. Preventive scans predict issues years before symptoms. AI monitors signals, issuing tiny alarms that suggest lifestyle tweaks before a single cell falters. But with longer lives, new fear whispered through the corridors of the future. Would Earth become too full? A planet overflowing with souls living centuries instead of decades? Yet something unexpected happened. As health and lifespan expanded, birth rates naturally fell. When life no longer felt rushed, the need to create new life quickly began to fade. People choose fewer children, or even none at all, focusing instead on exploring the endless possibilities within themselves and their extended lives. The global population gradually stabilized, and in some regions even began to decline gently, like a tide rolling back. A few ventured to Mars, not to escape, but to learn, to study its red deserts and hidden caverns. Small research outposts, its surface glowing under the thin sunset skies. Back on Earth, humanity reimagined cities to feel less like cages and more like living forests. Old skyscrapers turned into vertical gardens, communities spread into restored countryside, and vast stretches of land were rewelded to welcome back ancient species. As the need for endless growth fell away, humans discovered a new luxury: space. Not just physical space, but emotional and spiritual space to live slowly. To dream deeply, to truly see each sunrise without hurry. On the streets of this future city, giant interactive screens show young people learning new skills with brain-computer interfaces. A teenager learns quantum physics in 2 weeks, while an elderly lady learns her 7th language in just a month. Old fears of Alzheimer's, dementia, and loss of self have melted away. The mind remains a playground, ageless and endlessly curious. In a serene rooftop garden, an elderly woman meditates, her neural pathways glowing in a gentle scan beside her. She feels every breath like a wave in the ocean, savoring the quiet infinity within. But with endless time comes a deeper question. What do we live for when there is no ticking clock? We see an artist dedicating decades to a single painting that spans an entire building. In a coral dome under the ocean, a group of marine biologists rebuild dying reefs by hand, whispering to the fish that now trust them like family. A young man floats in a space garden, orbiting Earth, planting glowing lotus flowers designed to bloom in zero gravity, each petal a symbol of patience. With aging conquered, life's focus shifts from survival to meaning. Some devote themselves to restoring ecosystems destroyed in the centuries before. Others create symphonies meant to unfold over decades, with movements added year after year. Imagine celebrating your 200th birthday, surrounded by a living tapestry of family and friends, some born decades after you stopped aging. You share memories of Earth's first steps into space, of when the first carbon-neutral cities rose from the dust. But not everyone sees this future as pure utopia. In a quiet digital forum, holographic avatars debate the ethics of endless life. A woman in a shimmering virtual robe asks, If we live forever, do we risk forgetting what it means to be human? Another replies. Or do we finally become the best versions of ourselves, not rushed by death's shadow? Questions swirl. Who will have access to these therapies? Will we share or hoard? Can we handle centuries of love, loss, and change? In a floating city above the Pacific, a holographic memorial glows softly at night. It honors those who chose to let time carry them naturally, reminding everyone that the choice remains deeply personal. Yet, most choose life. A family flies over restored rainforests in a transparent airship, watching herds of rewilded elephants roam below. A poet writes verses from a mountaintop moon base, sending words back to Earth as beams of light. And across it all, humanity finally has time. Time to heal, to dream, to rebuild. A young girl plants a tree she knows will take 500 years to fully bloom. Her great-grandfather, now 180, kneels beside her, smiling as he imagines seeing it flower in a future beyond imagination. By 2100, we may live for centuries, but we will still search for meaning in each sunrise, each embrace, each laugh echoing in the halls of memory. The real victory over aging isn't just more birthdays. It is the chance to write new chapters, to love deeper, to forgive longer, and to explore farther than we ever thought possible. As the city lights shimmer beneath a star-filled sky, an elder walks calmly across a glass sky bridge, his reflection merging with distant constellations. He whispers to himself, "What will I become in my next 100 years? When this world aging isn't feared, it is a door to infinite becoming, a journey beyond limits." Because in the end, the question isn't whether we can live forever. The question is, who will we choose to be, if forever is ours?